Hey, it's me. It's me. It's J. Claw D. Time to get developed. Developed. Developed, baby. Let's go. Hey, man, it's J. Claw D. Developed. Over here looking like Rudolph's cousin. You know what I mean? It's all good, though. Hey, man, I just want to come back with another video. Spread some light positivity. And just try to give somebody else out there the motivation that they need to get through the next few moments or the next few days or however you want to take it. This video is all about awakening the God in you. That's right, the God in you. Now, that might sound crazy to a lot of us. I mean, you know, it's 2021. A lot of people are starting to wake up to this. And a lot of people are starting to understand that there's a God in them, that they are God, that they are their future, they are what they're looking for. A lot of people are starting to understand that all the things that I want, all the things that I desire, all the emptiness that's inside me can be fulfilled by me. And a lot of people are starting to realize that they don't have to go outside of themselves to get that love, to get that fulfillment, to get that peace. Most of us are starting to realize, not most of us, but a lot of us, and the number grows more and more every day. A lot of us are starting to understand that we are our own healers. We are our own everything. And the more that we build ourselves up, and the more that we work through our own problems, and the more that we're more self-reliant, self-dependent, the greater that we are for this world, and the greater that we are for everyone around us. And a lot of us are realizing that the more that we depend on other people, the more that we're waiting for things outside of ourselves to change our current situation, the weaker we become. The more emotionally unstable we become. The more mistakes we make. The more depressed we feel, the more anxious that we feel when we become dependent on things that are outside of us. When we are waiting and looking and searching for people and situations to make us feel better. We're starting to understand that we are our own healers. And I'm here to tell you that you're your own God. Now, a lot of people when you hear that you're your own God, you're automatically going to get turned off to that. You're automatically going to start thinking like, oh my gosh, this dude, he's on some other type of stuff. All your religions and your beliefs are going to start screaming in your head. Everything that you were taught and programmed to believe is just going to start attacking you. And most people, their automatic reaction is going to be to not listen to this, to run away from this. They're going to think this is some woo-woo, some woo-woo, demonic, unspiritual, destructive ass information. But I'm here to tell you it's not. If you would just stop and think about it. Stop and really try to understand what it is that I'm saying. Don't put your own words on what I'm saying. Don't put your own twist on what I'm saying. Don't put your own opinion on what I'm saying. Understand what I'm saying. Understand what my point is. And think about it. Study it. Talk to other people about it. And try to open up your mind. Because one big thing that a lot of us deal with is we think that if we think about something, if we talk about something, then that means that we are accepting that. That means that we are somehow a part of that. Even if we have a conversation about it or we think about it, you try to strike up a conversation with someone else about this conversation, they'll look at you all kinds of crazy. They'll look at you like you have 25 heads. Just because you're speaking about something. People are scared to speak about things. They're scared to give different ideas. Everybody starts getting paranoid. Everybody starts getting all scared. And this dude, he's dangerous. Doesn't that sound familiar? There's a lot of men and there's a lot of women in history that did things that people thought were dangerous. And all they did was just go against the grain a little bit. Right? Right? All they did was speak up. Say some words. Now, I know you can think of a lot of men and women in history that have done that. I don't need to say their names. But I'm sure you can think of them, and I'm sure you know some. I'm sure you've read about them. There's something powerful in speaking truth. There's something powerful in thinking outside of the box that society has put you in. There's something great about having conversations about things that you don't normally have conversations about. It does something to you. It does something to your spirit. It does something to your mind. It does something to everybody, and you can see it, whether it's positive or negative. People are terrified of new information. People want to believe that we have it all figured out. And they know we don't. But people want to believe that because that's what we're programmed to believe. We're programmed by the television that tells lies to our vision. We're programmed by all the billboards and the commercials that you see that are trying to program you to want a certain product, that are trying to program you to want to buy a certain insurance, that are trying to program you to go down this certain path of being just a 9-to-5 worker, not having your own business. There's all these programs that are there on purpose. Now, don't start throwing labels on everything and conspiracy theories. Don't do that, because you're limiting yourself. When you try to run and put labels on something, all you're doing is limiting yourself. There's nothing wrong with speaking. There's nothing wrong with having conversation. There's nothing wrong with bringing up new ideas. You see, the people that have brought up new ideas, the people that have spoken out, the people that have gone against the grain, those are some of the most successful people that have ever lived, right? Some of the most famous people that have ever lived. Some of the greatest people that have ever walked on this earth are the people that spoke out, are the people that said, I'm not going to do what society tells me to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do it from a genuine place. I'm going to follow what it is that my dream and my passions are. Those people are the great ones. Those are the people that cause change. Now, all the billions of people that have lived on this earth that have just followed suit and stood one behind the other and have listened to exactly what their society has told them to do, listened to exactly what the government has told them to do, listen to exactly what their religion has told them to do, and try to follow what others are telling them to do, step by step and word by word. Those people are what? They're just shells of human beings. They're not even real people. They're just following what they believe is right based off of what somebody else has told them. And most of us are like that. Almost all of us are like that. There's very, very few people that are autonomous in their own mind, that actually have a brain of their own, that they think for themselves. That they don't just, someone who's maybe older than them, maybe has more experience than them, maybe is more successful than them, they don't just automatically take every word that comes out of their mouth as truth and as gold and as like Bible.